it's in the air tonight. Do you feel it running through your veins? It's like kryptonite.
What's good, folks? It's KnightmareFrame here with a damn powerful God mode build for Gauss. This is me trying to redeem myself. For those who don't know, I did an everything Gauss video where I talked about his entire kit and how everything works. So if you want an in-depth guide on his abilities, do check out that video. But during the Gauss launch, he was pretty mediocre, and his abilities took many things away from his kit, which made him an iffy frame to mod, making people build him for one stat alone. And for me, I went a different approach and got flamed for it. So in this video, I'm bringing you a very powerful yet very simple build that allows you to go even further beyond. I've never enjoyed an endurance run as much as I have when playing Gauss. It keeps you active and constantly on the move, perfect for those who hate camping and endurance runs. And be sure to get your energy drinks and coffee ready for this bad boy build. Now this setup will rely on a mod called Rolling Guard. Let me tell you the benefits of this mod. Number 1, the invulnerability is perfect when you want to reactivate your red line or kinetic plating. There's a small window when you're vulnerable, so this helps out quite a bit. 2, even though you're maxed red line with 100% damage reduction, you will still be able to get toxin procs, as that goes through your shields. Rolling Guard doesn't only make you invulnerable, but also cleanses you of any status effects. 3, and if you're doing endurance runs or any high level content that has nullifiers, and let's say you accidentally walk through the bubble and get stripped of your abilities and active buffs, this mod helps you to move out of the way and get yourself ready to recast your abilities without taking any damage. Let me show you a nice engage combo that you can do with Gauss when he activates his red line. Red line is a two-handed ability, meaning when you're casting this ability, it will leave you vulnerable, and you can only use your first ability and acrobatic maneuvers to protect yourself. So what you want to do is cast red line, dodge roll to proc Rolling Guard, and immediately use your mock rush. Very simple and devastating for your enemies. Anyway, let's take a look at the build. In the aura, I have enemy radar. You can literally run anything you want, but I prefer to have this mod as it allows me to see incoming enemies and also helps with enemy pathing. This will be also useful when your sentinel or companion dies off, since I use this in high level content. Rush in the Excellus slot that grants me 30% sprint speed to help me move around faster with my first ability, and it's a lot easier to control. My duration is at 207% with the use of primed continuity, constitution, and augur message. Now this will give me 62.1 seconds on both my kinetic plating and red line, and 31 seconds on my thermal sunder. Streamline and flow for the energy and efficiency. You will be using your abilities quite a lot, so these two are very helpful. And energy usage isn't a big thing if you use Zenoric's energizing dash, and when you have kinetic plating active, you also convert 5% of the damage taken into energy. Adaptation is there to grant you 90% resistance towards status effects. This is super helpful when you're building up red line and also when you get the toxin procs. Rolling Guard for the 3 seconds of invulnerability after a dodge roll with a 7-second cooldown. Vitality for some health, as it's super useful to have a decent health pool. Now if you want more range and basically more versatility, you can replace augur message with stretch. That's what I was using when recording this footage. With stretch equipped, your duration will fall to 183%. That's 55 seconds on your kinetic plating and red line, and 28 seconds on thermal sunder. Not a big hit, but you increase the radius of your thermal sunder to 17.4 meters, which is useful to cover more ground and build up red line faster. You also increase the explosion radius of your first ability. So when it comes to arcanes, you don't need them, but for me personally, I feel like having Arcane Avenger makes Gauss even more deadly, allowing him to deal insane amounts of damage, as Arcane Avenger grants 30% crit chance for 8 seconds if you take damage, and trust me, you'll be taking damage regardless. And when it comes to weapons, you can use whatever you want. He's very versatile. Redline makes weapons more fluid to use as it increases the attack speed, weapon swap speed, fire rate, and reload speed. And with all those elements and IPS damage you do, having condition overload on your weapon will allow you to deal insane amounts of damage. And don't forget, you also gain increased melee damage when your kinetic plating is under the effects of Redline. Basically a frame with a lot of synergies with weapons and his abilities. Tanky and deadly. And don't forget, moving around also is part of your survival. Alright folks, this is my God mode Gauss. Like I said, a very simple build. So that has been it for me. I do hope if you enjoyed the video, and if you did, feel free to leave a like, share, and subscribe. For more Warframe content, streams, and so much more, do refer to the description. Thanks for watching, and as always, peace.